Understood everything? Any doubt anyone has? No? Fine. So next we have to start the graphical representation of different types of motions. Okay, so graphical representation of types of motion. For that, two types of a graphical representation you have to learn. One is distance time graph and the second one is velocity time graph. Distance time graph. This is also called ST graph. And the second one is velocity time graph. Velocity or speed time graph. VT graph. Okay. So there are two types of a graphs we have to learn: distance time graph and velocity time graph or speed time graph. So in distance time graph, that means a graph in which we are drawing the graphs for distance versus time. So on y-axis, it is distance has to be taken, distance covered we have to mention, and on x-axis, time value we have to mention. Just like distance. So when we draw the graph like this is our x-axis and this is y-axis. So on x-axis, we have to take the values of time, t. And on y-axis, we have to take distance covered. Distance covered in meters. So when we draw the graphs for different values of time, for different time periods, whatever the distance covered, if we mention and we draw the graph, then that is called as distance time graph. Clear? So distance time graph, we are showing at different time durations, whatever the distance covered. When we start moving, when any object start moving, time is going on and the person is keep moving. So person is covering different distances. So whatever the distance is covered in given time period, that when we draw the graph of those values, just like in 1 minute, how much distance covered? Next, it is moving for 2 minutes. What is the distance covered? Then for next 3 minutes, what is the distance covered? 4 minutes, what is distance covered? 5 minutes, what is distance covered? If we take those values and when we plot in on the graph and when we join them, it will call the distance time graph. That graph is called distance time graph. So for different types of motions, the distance time graph are different from each other. Tejaswini is here. Hello. You're fine. So distance time graph for different types of motions, the structure of distance time graph is different. So if you know the structure, you will get to know the type of motion. From the graph, you can easily find out the type of motion. So there are types of motion we have to see. Three conditions we have to see. When the object is at rest, that means it is not moving. Second, object is in uniform motion. And the third, when the object is in non-uniform motion. So for these three conditions, you need to know the how the distance time graph look like. Okay. Then next graph is speed time or velocity time graph. In that also three conditions, velocity versus time we have to show, different time and different change in velocities. Then there are also three conditions we need to know. First one is uniform motion when speed remain constant. Second one is uniformly accelerated motion. And the third one is non-uniformly accelerated motions. So for these six conditions, you need to know the types of graphs, the structure of graphs. So we will start with distance time graph first. So distance time graph, first condition. S is distance, T is time. So first case, when the object is at rest. Or stationary. Stationary, that is now it is not moving. So the object is not moving. Suppose first example, object is not moving, that means time is passing by and the distance covered is time T. We have to take it in seconds. We have to mention in which time or duration we are mentioning it. It is in seconds, it is in minutes, or it is in hour, we have to mention. On y-axis, it is distance covered. S, and it is measured in meters. Okay. It starts with 0. Then 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, 40 seconds, 50 seconds. Okay. Now for different time period, if the object is stationary, then the distance covered will be
0.
object is stationary. Like right now, you people have traveled from second room to this room where you are sitting. And after that, now you are sitting. So time is going on. Time is passing by. What is happening to the distance covered?
Nothing.
0.
Zero. Right? So no change in the distance covered. Suppose earlier you have, with respect to any wall, how much distance you people are? With respect to any stationary object, you are stationary. That means you, with respect to any other stationary object, you are at rest. So how much distance you have walked from that stationary object? Suppose from second room, you came to this room and sitting on the chair. So suppose you have traveled 50-meter distance. Okay. Before coming to rest, you have traveled 50-meter distance. So your position is from any stationary object, your position is at 50 meters. So now after reaching 50 meters, you have stopped, you sat on sofa, on chair. Now for next 10 seconds, what is the distance covered?
0.
50.
You have already traveled 50-meter distance from one stationary object, that is from second room. 50 meter you have traveled and you come to rest. That means you are sitting. Now after covering 50-meter distance, after 10 seconds, what is your position?
I'm stationary.
Stationary position is how much distance from that initial position?
50 meter away.
50 meter away. So 10 seconds, your distance covered remains 50. Initially you are at 50-meter distance. And now after 10 seconds, when you are stationary, so after 10 seconds, your position is 50 meter. After 20 seconds, where you are?
0.
0 stationary.
Why 0?
I'm from 50 to 21 increasing till time.
Because you're not moving.
You are not moving. So you were at 10 seconds, you were at a 50 meter from one object. Okay. So now you have came to 50-meter distance. Now in 20 seconds, what is your position?
50 meters.
So from this position A, you are at 50-meter distance and you are stationary. So in next 10 seconds, what is your position?
I'm stationary.
Stationary.
So this is 50-meter distance. So you are calculating the distance covered from initial position A. So you are at B. So at 10 seconds, what is the distance? In 10 seconds, what is the distance covered? 50 meters. In next 20 seconds, next 10 more seconds, what is your position from the position from the original position? Original distance A,
50
position A.
meters.
It is
And
again
50
50 meters only. Again, and next 10 seconds,
I'm 50.
50.
50 meters. Next 10 seconds,
50
50.
meters.
Again 50.
50 meters. Next 10 seconds,
50 meters.
50.
50 meters. So your position has not changed. You are 50 meter from a wall, suppose. So right now also time is going on. You are how much distance from the wall?
50 meter away.
50
50
meters.
meters away. Time is going on. Your position is 50 meters from the wall. It is not changing. Right? Is it clear? So now
Yes.
if you join this, what type of a graph you will get? When you will join this, you will get a straight line parallel to x-axis. Right? So when the object is stationary, when object is stationary, the graph, ST graph of an object will be straight line parallel to principal axis. Sorry, parallel to time axis. And time is on x-axis, so parallel to x-axis. Clear? So whenever in a graph, if you see distance time graph, you see some part is parallel. Like suppose I will show you this graph, position time graph. Let me check. Now suppose see here in this graph, this is position time graph of some of the object, motion of the object. Now you can see here B to C. The object, this line is parallel, right? Parallel to x-axis. So what you can say the type of motion in B to C? What you can say the position of the, so object in duration of 5 seconds to 7 seconds, object was not moving. Clear? Able to understand?
Yes.
So from the distance, now this is a distance time graph. So in this one, you can see from 2 seconds, the object is, for next 3 seconds, the object is moving, changing its distance. But as soon as it's reached 5 seconds, after 5 seconds, till 7 seconds, object is not moving. So that's the reason we got the graph parallel to x-axis. Clear? So from distance time graph, you will get to know when the object is at rest, or if the line is parallel to x-axis, you will get to know the type of what the object is doing at that time. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, the movement of the position A to B accelerating.
No. No. Clear? This is distance time graph. On y-axis, you have seen distances written, and on x-axis, time is there in seconds. So this is when the object is at rest. So distance time graph will be parallel to x-axis. That is clear to you now? Now, second condition we have to see when the object is moving in uniform motion. Second condition, when object is moving in uniform with uniform motion, in uniform motion. So uniform motion means
Ma'am, when it travels equally.
It's equal in terms of time.
equal distance in equal interval of time. Okay, so we have seen example that is object is moving from A to B. In 1 second, how much distance? 10 meters it is covering. Again, in next 1 second, object is reaching C position and covers a 10-meter distance. From C to D, again 10-meter distance in 1 second. Again, in D to E, it will cover 10 meters distance in 1 second, right? So now this object, we can say that it is in a uniform motion because it is covering equal distances and equal intervals of time, right? Now, if we write, we have to plot this motion on graph. So now distance covered and time and distance covered. In 1 second, how much distance covered?
10 meters.
10 meters.
10 meter. In 2 seconds,
10 meters.
20 meters.
20 meters. In 3 seconds,
30 meters.
30 meter. 4 seconds,
40 meters.
40 meters.
40 meter. And if we continue further, if it is keep moving further, then in 5 seconds, distance
50
covered will
meters.
be 50 meters, right? Now we have to plot this on graph. So first listen and then write down. I will give you time to write down. So we will draw the graph for this. So here, this is distance covered, S in meters. And this is time, x-axis is a time in seconds. Okay, start with 0. This is 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds. 10 meter, 20 meter, 30 meter, 40, 50. Here it is 50. Okay. So now 1 second, how much distance covered? 10 meters. So here is, you have to plot the point, right? 1 second, 10 meters. Then in 2 seconds, how much distance covered? 20
20
meters.
meters.
So 2 till 20 we have to reach, right? Now 3 seconds, 30
30
meters. So here 4 seconds, 40
40
meters, and 5 second, 50 meter. So if we join them, what will happen?
They are in straight line.
Line will be at 45 degrees.
So here if we join, this line will make a straight, exactly one single straight line will pass through all the 5 points, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So whenever we get the straight line exactly, which is inclined to x-axis, so it is inclined by this angle to x-axis, then this is a straight line which is inclined to x-axis. That means object is moving with uniform motion. Clear? So when object is moving with uniform motion, then we see the graph as, graph will be straight line, exactly straight single line. Straight line inclined to x-axis. Clear? Now who has not written, write it down. You have written earlier part? Everyone has written for the stationary object?
Yes, ma'am.
Then
Yes,
write down
ma'am.
for uniform motion.
I'm gonna scroll a little down. Done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Abhijit? Done, everyone?
Yes,
Now you
ma'am.
can tell me in this graph which where the object is moving from which to which is the uniform motion. Which to which position is the uniform object is moving with uniform motion?
A to B and C to
Ma'am, A to B and C.
A to B
A to
and
B
C
and
to
C to
D, because these are straight lines, exactly
Yeah.
straight lines, right? So A to B is also uniform motion and C to D is also uniform motion. Okay. Now is more the slope. You can see the more inclination, then the speed is more. Okay. So now here from this graph, we can calculate the value of speed. From distance time graph, from uniform motion, we can calculate the speed. So how to calculate speed from this uniform motion graph? For that, we have to draw a perpendicular from any one point on the x-axis. We have to draw a perpendicular from any one point of the graph to x-axis. So here I will draw perpendicular. So from this position, any one position, you have to draw perpendicular. So straight line on x-axis. Okay. So we got a right triangle here. So this is right angle. This is position O. Consider this as A and this as B. So we have to create one right triangle. So speed we can calculate by this graph by taking the slope of a line. Slope of a line. Slope of a line is equal to vertical height in a right triangle ratio of height by horizontal distance. So this is also called as rise by run. The slope is calculated by the formula rise by run. How much the object rised, how much it is running. Vertical height is considered as a rise and horizontal distance is considered as a run. Clear? So now what is the vertical distance height here? Vertical height is in this triangle, only consider this triangle. And this vertical height is calculated by the distance AB, and horizontal distance we can calculate by O to B distance. So OB distance. Okay. So how much is AB distance? So this vertical distance we will get to from this one, 30. And how much is OB?
3.
So 30 by 3 is 10. So speed is 10 meter per second. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
From any point on the graph, we can draw the perpendicular. That vertical height we have to measure and horizontal distance from the graph we have to measure, and that ratio will give you the value of speed. Is that clear how to find out speed from uniform motion graph?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
The next is distance time graph for non-uniform motion. Object is moving with non-uniform, moving in non-uniform motion. We have seen the example. So object from A to B, object covers in 1 second, object reaches from A to B and he covers a distance of 10 meters. B to C, he will next 1 second, he will cover 15-meter distance. C to D, he will cover next 1 second, he will cover the distance C to D 1 second, but he will cover only 5-meter distance. Okay. Now D to E, next 1 second, he will cover 20-meter distance in 1 second only. Okay. So time and distance covered. If we write the values in 1 second, how much distance covered?
10 meter.
10 meters. Then 2 seconds,
25 meter.
25 meters. 3 seconds,
30 meter.
30 meters.
30 meters. 4 seconds,
50 meter.
50 meters. Now, if we try to draw the graph of this, this is distance S in meters and time T in seconds. Okay. So now 0 meter. First listen, see, and then write. 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds. Distance covered 10, 20, 30, 40, and here it is 50. So 1 second, distance covered is 10 meters. 2 seconds, distance covered is 25. Here. 3 second, distance covered is 30. 4 second, distance covered is 50. Right? Is it possible to draw one single graph?
No, ma'am.
One single line can pass through all 3 points?
No, ma'am.
No. So we have to draw this freehand. Like this, moving like this way, and it is going like this. So here it is a curved line, you will get it. So it will not be a straight line, you will get a curved line. Okay, but it is increasing curve always. It won't happen that is it is decrease and then it will increase. That won't happen. Because every time is going on, the distance covered is keep on increasing. It won't decrease. So you will always get the increasing curve, not decreasing curve. It won't come downwards. It always goes upward, but that slope, inclination won't be constant. Clear? So when object is moving in non-uniform motion, when object is moving in non-uniform motion, graph is always curved line. Distance covered is always increasing, but the displacement can be decreasing. Displacement is possible because displacement is sometimes positive, sometimes negative. So when it is negative, you are coming backwards. Clear all 3 distance time graphs conditions? So for when the object is stationary, you will get a straight line parallel to x-axis. When the object is moving in uniform motion, the line is straight inclined to x-axis, a straight line inclined to x-axis. And when the object is moving in non-uniform motion, the graph is curved graph. The line will not be a straight line. It is a curved line. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
And from uniform motion graph, you can find this value of speed. That much part clear to you? Now next is VT graph, velocity time graph. Velocity or speed time graph. VT graph. We are not considering velocity, take it only speed time graph. Okay, so in this one, the graph is like this way. On x-axis, you have to take the value of time in t seconds, time t in seconds, and on y-axis, the value of speed. That is v, and that value it is either in meter per second or kilometer per hour. Okay, so now the first condition. When object is moving in uniform motion. So when the object is moving in uniform motion, that means what is the speed?
Constant.
Speed is constant. Take this example only. So this is object is moving in uniform motion. So you have drawn this graph for distance covered. You have plotted the values of distance covered by time. Now what is the speed in 1 second?
10 meters.
10 meters. In 2 seconds?
20 meters.
20 meter per second. Speed value. Is it 20? In 2 seconds, how much the speed? In 2 seconds, distance covered is 20 divided by 2. That is again
10 meter per
10 meter per second. So in 3 seconds, speed is
10 meter per
10 meter per second.
again 10 meter per second. And in 4 seconds, speed will be
10 meter
10
per second.
meter per second.
so every time is going on. And what is the speed?
10 meter per second.
10 meter per second. So it is not changing. So when we plot these values on graph, so your object is moving in uniform motion. First 10 meter distance in 1 second, A to B. Then B to C is again 10 meters in next 1 second. C to D, next 10 meters in 1 second again, and D to E also 10 meter distance in 1 second. So speed versus time. Time value and speed value. 1 second. Speed will be 10 by 1, that is 10 meter per second. In 2 seconds, distance covered is 20, time is 2 seconds, so that is again 10 meter per second. Next 3 seconds. Total distance covered in 3 seconds is 10 plus 10 plus 10, 30 by 3. That is again value is 10 meter per second. Next in 4 seconds, the value will be 40 meters in 4 seconds. So value will be 10 meter per second. Clear? So every time speed remain constant. The time is increasing 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, but the speed is not changing. So when we plot these points on a graph, what we will get? So here, this is 0. This is on y-axis, V in meter per second. And on x-axis, T in time in seconds. So 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds. And this is 10 meter per second, 20 meter per second, 30 meter per second. Now 1 second, speed is speed. On y-axis, we are plotting speed, not distance covered. So speed is 10 meter per second. In 2 seconds also 10 meter per second. 3 seconds also 10 meter per second. And 4 seconds also 10 meter per second. So when we join these points, what we will get?
A straight line parallel to the time.
Straight line parallel to x-axis.
So it is a straight line
Straight line parallel to
parallel to x-axis. Clear? So in uniform motion, VT graph of an object moving in uniform motion is straight line parallel to x-axis. X, that is time axis. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now next, everyone completed writing part? Have you finished?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now the next part is object is moving it with uniformly accelerated motion. It is not uniform motion. It is uniformly accelerated motion. So what do you mean by this? What do you mean by uniformly accelerated motion? Now everyone stop writing and listen. Very huge confusion will create in this if you don't understand, because further part is completely dependent on uniformly accelerated motion. Equations of motion also you have to learn for uniformly accelerated motion. So what do you mean by uniformly accelerated motion? Name itself suggests it is uniform means constant, accelerated means acceleration. When the object is moving in uniformly accelerated motion, that means it is increasing its speed, but at a constant rate. Object is not moving in uniform motion. Uniform motion means when speed remain constant, right? So that time acceleration is, what is the acceleration when the object is moving with uniform motion?
Constant.
What is the acceleration when the object is moving in uniform motion?
0.
0, because there is no change in speed. So v minus u value will be 0. So therefore acceleration is 0. So there is no acceleration. Object is continuously moving with same speed. Clear? Now accelerated motion means when there is a change in speed. So change in speed taken place. Either it is increasing or either it is decreasing. Increasing we call accelerated and decreasing we call as retarded motion. Clear? Negative acceleration, that is retardation. So now uniform in change. So the object is changing its speed, but at constant rate it is changing. In equal interval of a time, the speed change in speed taken place, which is equal change in speed. For example, the object, when it is moved from A to B, initially it was started moving from 0 meter per second. In 10 seconds, its speed changes to 10 meter per second. In 10 seconds, it reaches from A to B and its speed changes, speed increases from 0 to 10. Okay. Now again, it will move from B to C in next 10 seconds. And again, in this 10 seconds, it increases its speed to 20 meter per second. So here increment in speed taken place, but the difference in speed is constant. It's same. Again, object is moving from C to D in next 10 seconds. And it increases its speed to 30 meter per second. Clear? Able to understand?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So D to E, again it moves in next 10 seconds. Its speed changes to 40 meter per second. So speed is increasing. So that means this is accelerated motion. Every equal interval of a time, the speed is increasing. It was initially 0, then in 10 seconds, it has increased speed by 10 meter per second. In next 10 seconds, speed increases by 20 meter per second. In next 10 seconds, the speed increases by 30 meter per second. Again, in next 10 seconds, speed increases to 40 meter per second. So now in this case, what happens? Speed is increasing. So that is, this is accelerated motion. Accelerated when there is a change in speed taken place. And this change in speed. So at every interval, what is the value of change in speed?
10 meter per
10
second.
meter per second.
Change in speed at every interval. So in first interval, in first 10 seconds, what is the change in speed?
0 to 10 meter per second.
0 to 10. So 10 minus 0. Now again, next 10 seconds, what is the difference?
10.
20 minus 10, that is 10 again.
10 again.
So this is 10.
20 minus
Again, next 10 seconds, 30 minus 20, that is again 10. Again, next 10 seconds, 40 minus 30, that is again 10. So every time change in speed is same. And due to that, what is acceleration? A is equal to V minus U by T. So V minus U is 10. In every interval, find out this change in speed. Sorry, acceleration. Change in speed by time is acceleration, right?
10 meter per second
So,
square.
10 by time is 10. So how much is acceleration?
1 meter per second.
1 meter per second square. Here again, 10 by 10. Again, it is 1 meter per second square. In third interval of a time, 10 by 10. Again, it is 1 meter per second square. Again, in 40-second duration, fourth interval, also 10 by 10. It is 1 meter per second square. So every time acceleration remain constant. Same, acceleration is same. So such type of a motion where object is increasing its speed at constant rate. Equally increment in speed is taken place in equal interval of time. So such type of a motion in which acceleration remain constant. So such motion is called uniformly accelerated motion. Able to understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So now
Yes,
what is uniformly accelerated motion? The type of motion in which object is changing its speed equally in equal intervals of time. In equal intervals of time. Therefore, acceleration remains same. Acceleration remain constant. Clear? What do you mean by uniformly accelerated motion means?
yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
So object is not constant, it is in motion. It is not moving with same velocity. The velocity keep on changing, but that change is constant. The change in velocity is constant. So now if you want, write down that first with the example. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Now we want to plot the values on graph. For that, what we need? We need time and speed. In first 10 seconds, what was the speed? It starts from 0. So 0 second, 0 speed. Next 10 seconds, speed will be
10 meter per second.
10 meter per second. In next 20 seconds,
10 meter per second.
no, in 20 seconds, what was the new speed?
Okay, 20 meter per second.
20 meter per second. In 30 seconds, 30 seconds from the beginning, 30 seconds. So the speed increase to 30 meter per second. In 40 seconds, speed has reached to 40 meter per second, right? So these values we have to plot on the graph. Able to understand everyone? Still anyone facing problem? Understanding?
No, ma'am.
So in 10 seconds, speed is 0, 0. 10 seconds, speed is 10 meter per second. 20, 20 meter per second. 30 seconds, speed is 30. 40 seconds, speed is 40. So we can see it is a, can we pass a straight line through it?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Single straight line will pass through all these 4 points. A single straight line is passing through all those points. So the graph, VT graph for uniformly accelerated motion is a straight line inclined to time axis. VT graph for uniformly accelerated motion is straight line inclined to x-axis. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
From this graph, we can find two values. One, we can calculate the value of acceleration, and second, we can find the value of distance covered. So two values we can find from this graph. So one value is the value of acceleration, and the second is the value of distance covered. So for finding acceleration, same as speed, from distance time graph, you have calculated speed by taking the slope of a line. Same thing, exactly same, acceleration is also found out by taking slope of a line. So can you tell slope of a line, how to take in this one? So acceleration, we can calculate by, it's equal to slope of a line. And that is equal to vertical height by horizontal distance. That is rise by run. So now here from anywhere, we have to draw the perpendicular. Suppose I will draw perpendicular from unknown point, which we have not taken. This is my perpendicular. This is point A, this is point B, and this is point O. Patigrit, can you tell the rise and run value?
Yes, ma'am.
Rise and run values, vertical height and horizontal distance from the graph to find acceleration. You are in the class?
Yes, ma'am.
Atikrit, you are in the class? You have attended all the full class today?
Yes, ma'am.
So what is the vertical height by horizontal distance? How to find out the slope of a line? Just now for distance time graph we have seen. So tough question I've asked. Atikrit, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
What happened?
No, I don't know.
You don't know because you are not concentrating. Right? Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
You are not concentrating, right?
No, I'm concentrating.
No, you are not. Mithun? The students who have switched off their camera, all of them are not concentrating at all. Right?
Okay, yes.
Who's that? Darshan.
Mithun.
Darshan, yes.
Mithun, ma'am.
Mithun, I can't hear you here. Properly, I can't. Darshan's is blinking. Darshan's sign is blinking.
No, ma'am.
Yeah, tell. Yes, Mithun, tell. How to find the slope of a line?
On what?
Finding slope of a line. He's also not in the class. Whoever have switched off camera, that means all of them are not listening at all, fully. Then I'm sure I can tell those. There are only 6 to 7 students are there who are concentrating in the class. All others are only joining because their parents have told them. And they know that is they can write all the answers